Alright, so here we have this product. Not there, that's Genesis 2 Mail. But down here we have this product, and we're looking at the Poser companion files right now. And we have custom materials. We have custom Poser materials for everything. And we'd like these custom Poser materials to load already applied to the pieces when we load them in. Or we want the pieces to load in with custom materials, whichever way saying it makes sense to you. So what we're going to do to set those up to work is we're going to copy the material preset over into a text editor, and we're going to copy the CR2 that we want it to apply to over to the text editor. And this works with any figure. We just take the material collection line all the way down, we'll grab a whole material definition all the way down to the closing bracket, and we'll paste it over that closing bracket, and then we scroll back up, and where it says material collection, we're going to replace it with figure. Before I save it here real quick, I'll show you the difference. So we load in the skirt. That's not the skirt, that's the material preset. There's the skirt. We load in the skirt, and in a second here when it's done loading. Alright, there we go. So if we switch over here to the material tab and select the skirt, you can see it just loads in with three maps, basic settings, not the material preset at all. We can know that for sure because if we come over here and we apply the material preset to the skirt, then we get this really fancy render node setup going on. So we want it to load with that real fancy custom material. What we'll do is we'll delete the skirt from there. Okay, back to here. We've copied the MC6 and the we've opened this MC6 and the CR2 in a text editor. We've copied everything from the material collection line down from the MC6, pasted it into the CR2, and replaced the material collection line with the figure line. And now we save that. I'm going to come back over here, and we go back to the figure, and we load in the skirt, and we wait a moment, just one brief moment. Alright. And we switch over to skirt, and you can see that we've got our fancy custom material node. So that's how you do a figure, and it works on any figure. As long as the CR2 is only loading one figure, that'll work just fine. For props, Poser, we can't trick Poser into thinking that props are figures and making that work the same way. Easiest way I know of to do it with the prop, I've got these props here, these stabs, even though they're over here in the figure library, are actually props, and Poser knows that. We can't just call them CR2s and whatnot. So what we do there, and again we come over here and you can see it's only got the one texture map applied to it because it knows it's because it does. So what we do is we'll load in the prop, and we come over here to the prop menu, even though there's the previous copy that I saved out. And we're just going to resave out that prop as whatever and let it write over that. We're not using that prop for anything other than to get the name that Poser's actually using, and I cheated by already having it opened. I'm going to throw it into CR2 edit because it's easier to find what I need. Right there where it says it's prop staff, that's what I'm going to copy. I did it again. I'm going to leave that for a second because first you want to close those two. We're going to come over here and we're going to grab the staff MC6, and we come up here and we grab the staff PP2, and we're going to copy from the material collection line down, including the closing bracket, copy all that and paste it over that closing bracket, and scroll back up here. We got to change the material collection line, but instead of changing it to figure, because it's not a figure and Poser knows the difference, we're going to use that line right there that Poser is calling that the prop staff. So we just paste prop staff over that. Now when we save it, we come back over here and we're going to get a new scene. So now when I go and I load the staff, it loads in, does its thing, and we come over here and we gotta select the prop, or I already did. You can see again we've got the fancy shader nodes. Our custom Poser material loads already applied to the staff for us. So that's how you set up a prop and a figure to load with custom material presets in Poser. That's the easy way anyways.